I'm going to cross my fingers that Carrie can make it. Like I said, I don't remember hearing anything that she wasn't going to make it, but she's missing, so hopefully everything's going okay for her. Let's see here. All right, so before we get started, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking right up where we left off last week with our intrepid travelers. But before we do, let's thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first on the list. If you are watching on Twitch, scroll down. You should see some tiles there that'll link to these sites. If you do not, click on my profile image, and those tiles should pop up. First on the list is Talon Claw. They make beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your gaming table, such as wooden DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays, a full line of D&D and Pathfinder class-themed drinking coasters. They recently started doing cutting boards, so if you like to serve a meat and cheese tray, these are the guys you want to talk to. And they are capable of doing custom work. So if you have an image or something, they've got a computerized laser etching machine, CNC machine, that does fabulous work. So definitely check them out. Next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband do leather craft for tabletop games, such as leather covers for your core rule books. She has a full line of dice bracelets. Very popular one of the dice bracelets is the Pride bracelet, where every dice on the bracelet is a different color. And she also has a dice mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. She is over in the UK, so if you're going to order, if it's for a gift or something that's time sensitive, make sure you give yourself plenty of time, because customs, leather, man, it's dangerous stuff. Last on the list is the Fable Beard Company. They make beard products such as oils, balms, beard butter, co-wash, pretty much anything that you can imagine beard related they have. And each of their scents is based on a fantasy character. So like right now I'm wearing the Hero, which smells of warm tobacco and rich cologne. And the scents are not overpowering. I especially like the co-wash. I've got Mystic Woods co-wash, which is cedar and pine fir, and it smells really good, but it's not blasting away where people that are 6 feet away from you are going to smell it. So definitely check them out. They do have a deal that if you're a first-time purchaser, they've got a buy one get one free deal for their beard oil. So put 2 beard oils into your cart, and if you use the code FIRST, the second one will be discounted to free. So where we left off last week, so a whole bunch of stuff happened last week. So these guys, they pirated a ship called the Sonnensen's Pride. Ingenious idea of using a distress call to lure the ship in. They did a very good job with that. In the process, though, a system defense boat showed up, Marduk system defense boat, and determined that they were rapscallions and fired a missile salvo on them. And the Harrier did take a bit of a beating to its hull. And then, but because it's so fast, Qingxi was able to floor it and get everybody out of there, and they went back to the floating palace of Drinax, where they sold their goods. They fenced them through Rishondo in the bazaar. While there, Princess Rao came to them and implored them to investigate a series of raids that happened on the planets Clark and Torpol. And it's, as she said, so Clark is offering a 500,000 credit bounty, and Torpol is offering a 2 million credit, or 2 mega credit bounty. So 2.5 million credits total. It's definitely worth your time to investigate. And she reminded you guys that it's not just about the money, that if you were to help the planets of Clark and Torpol track down these raiders, that it would be a feather in your cap, because it would bring those systems closer to Drinax, and thus, you know, embolden this new kingdom that they're trying to revive. So the travelers travel to Clark. The planet of Clark is basically the whole planet is basically just a gigantic necropolis, and the psychopomps of Clark have a religion built upon the fact that they believe that if they encase everybody who's dead or dying in a carbonized foam, that one day there will be the great reckoning where the Sindalian Empire will all come back and everybody will be healed. One of the people that these raiders had hit a warehouse, and one of the people that they found carbon frozen was one of the raiders, and so they distracted the Keeper Malos, who is a psychopomp priest, and they distracted him while Beth Clark and I believe Ching Shi and Raph thawed out this raider, but despite Beth's best intentions, the raider did not survive the thawing process, but lived just long enough to impart a bit of information to them, and then cacked it, and they hid the corpse, and are now heading back to their ship to head to the planet Torpol to continue their investigation. What this guy told them was that, let's see here. That the pirates were led by a young man in what looked like an Imperial naval uniform. She also mentioned that they were piloting a scout ship and filled its hold first and departed several hours ahead of a free trader. And then after that, she died. They also found, and this was really Keith Clark who discovered this, they found a Sindalian computer chip, which he took back to the Harrier and plugged into their system, since the Harrier is Sindalian. Found that, you know, age and weather was not very kind. You know, it doesn't treat computer parts very well. But this thing had data on it. A lot of it was corrupted to the point where it's probably not going to be able to be drawn out. But he did find that there was an old Sindalian star chart that shows that there is a planet where a planet should not be. Besides that, more information will need to be drawn upon in order to get any more out of that map. I mean, there's not even names, but he recognized the star chart, and he knows that there should be just a blank space there, and there is not. There is a planet. So as you are you're almost to your ship, and you're just about ready to board the Harrier, when coming up from the this building here, you see a procession of ceremonial garbed guards that are marching in order. And in the middle of this procession is a very highly decorated priest. Imagine, if you would, the Pope and the Swiss Guard if everybody wore black. So Gothic Pope and Swiss Guard. And running ahead of this procession is a young boy who is wearing what looks like acolyte's robes tied together with a chunk of extension cord, and he comes running up, and he's out of breath, and he says, wait, before you go, The head priest wants to speak with you. He has something very important to discuss with you. And you just wait, and this procession kind of comes to you. And about 20 feet from your boarding ramp, the guards stop their march, and the head priest comes walking out. Hold on, I need to find out exactly which book this is. I had this all organized and then evidently screwed that up. Let's see here. At least I thought I did. Oh, no, here we go. That's interesting. Well, anyways, he comes up and let me double check something. I had a whole bunch of information on this. Nope, that's not it. Anyways, so he steps up and he says, if you have a moment of your time, I have a matter of great importance that I wish to speak with you. Here's some... I'm sorry, what?
Is that another one?
He says, well, it won't take any more of your time here on Clark. Many years ago, you may have heard this while you were on the floating city, or the floating palace of Drinax. Many years ago, Prince Herrick was gravely injured. And nobody has seen him since, but there are rumors that the Grand Viziers and technicians of the floating palace are putting his body back together. I implore you to request that Prince Herrick, should you see him come out into the public eye, to implore him to convert to the psychopomp religion of Clark.
Do you have any pamphlets?
As a matter of fact, I do. And he gives you, the first thing he gives you is what looks, at first when you look at it, it looks like a very old, very beat up Holy Bible with a leather bound.
Kneel in front of him.
You what?
I want to kneel in front of him and take it from him.
Okay. Yeah, he gives it to you, kind of pats you on the head, like maybe he's petting a cat, and he says, "There you go, my boy. Go with the grace of technology." And when you get a closer look at this, you realize that there have been new pages added to this book, but the original book is a technical manual. It's a Sindalian tech manual, like for something mundane, like how to fix technical problems with your TV, kind of thing. And then there's been pages added to it over the course of the last 1,000 years that kind of detail the religion of the psychopomps, and how one day somebody's going to come back, or there's going to be some sign, and everybody who's ever been carbon frozen will be revived. And he says, and the second thing that he gives you is a pamphlet that is basically like the Foursquare Church comic books they hand out in front of all the schools. you know, and you read the comic and you're like, oh, this is just ridiculous. That's
Those are called tickets to heaven.
right. There you go. Yeah. And he says, you know, you might give him this pamphlet first, depending on the state that he's in when he gets out. He might not be completely aware of his surroundings yet, and getting him started easily might be the better of the two options. And he says, right now, Prince Herrick, coming back from the precipice of death and being rebuilt with Sindalian Drinaxian technology, is the closest thing that we as the Psychopomp religion could have to proving our faith and having a prophet. Essentially, if you're able to talk Prince Herrick into doing this, the planet Clark will automatically get moved to Haven status for you.
Nice.
Assuming that, I take that back. It'll take 2 steps towards Haven status. If you are able to solve this little mystery of who these raiders were and bring them to justice, it will be a Haven.
Cool. I will read all that stuff when we're doing jumps. That's going to be good material.
Yeah, yeah, that's a...
Yeah.
That
I want to take the book and be like, thank you, your holiness. And then, like, bow and, like, start walking onto the ship. And as soon as he's out of sight, just drop him on the ground.
Oh, don't take it back up. That's rude.
Well, you know, it's a good sleeping aid. You'll just sleep your way through 168 hours of jump space.
Oh, okay.
So,
I wasn't being rude. He doesn't know what I did.
hold on 1 minute. Let me double check. I don't remember her saying that she was going to be late.
Someone unlocks a secret.
We got there.
So, who wants to make the astrogation check to go to Torpol?
I am capable.
As far as waking up from his nap.
I don't
He was
have
on the
to.
ship the entire time.
Okay, I guess I'll do it.
Okay. Whoever wants to do it.
And what do I add?
So it's astrogation plus your choice, either intellect or EDU. And your target, this is a routine check, so 6 plus.
Oh my goodness, 6.
Okay. So we will. All right. So Qingxi gets you off the ground and up into space, and it takes you. She kind of sets it to thrust 3 and 50% on the dial. It takes you about 30 hours to get to the 100 diameter jump limit. Keith Clark, do you want to make your jump drive plus your choice of intellect or EDU? And jump drive is an easy, so it's 4 plus.
11.
Oh, nice. And you guys enter jump space. And you are in jump space for a week. Actually, Keith Clark's jump roll was so good, he shaved off a day off of your jump time, and so you get there a little bit early. So The high psychopomp is named High Psychopomp Boon. For people that are taking notes. Of course, when I don't need it, that's when I find it, right? So you come into Torpol's system. It'll take probably about another 30 hours to get close. But Beth, you can make a well, maybe not Beth. Who wants to make an electronic sensors check? This is the first time you've ever been to Torpol.
What electronic sensors is it to? So.
Okay, so electronic sensors plus intellect or EDU.
So I got a 9.
Okay, so the sensors come back and are feeding you a lot of long-range data, and actually 9's really good, and you're picking up all sorts of information. What you discover, and as you're coming in, as you're getting closer, you're getting a lot of you're getting a lot of advertisements over the comm system. Most of these advertisements are for what sound like resorts, and they make it sound like one's like, come land at such and such a resort. You will enjoy a tropical paradise. Blah blah blah. But the sensor data that you're getting back is that Torpol is an iceball.
Correct.
I could go for tropical on that planet.
So, as you are coming in, it is indeed mostly an ice ball, and the readings that are coming back are that, there are oceans, but they're not necessarily all water. It is a fairly the atmosphere itself is tainted, but the seas look like they're probably toxic. There's probably water with a high concentration of ammonia. Not what you would expect as a tropical paradise. The mean temperature is in the teens Celsius. So outside doesn't really seem like a very good place for you to lay out and get a tan. But Torpol has both a high port and a down port. The high port, you pass it as you're coming in. Looks like it's mostly industrial. There's really not much there other than a couple of freighters. And this system, because if you look at this map, you'll see that Blue, Clark, Torpol, and then 2 jumps over, there's Ogma, Marduk, and Borite. This is a part of the Dust Belt. And so because of their proximity, this is a two jump belt that these traders can go, and this is where a lot of the trade ships come in and are traveling via. So the high port is actually doing a moderate amount of business compared to a lot of the other places that you've seen. So as you're coming in and the snow is coming down, you are radioed and given access to dock at the down port. And so the law level here is high enough that sidearms are allowed, but nothing bigger. Rexar, your axe is gonna probably get you thrown in jail just for carrying it. But if you've got a pistol and a knife, that's perfectly fine. But what you're gathering from all of these ads that are coming in is that this is a tropical paradise that has a sense of security and safety. while allowing the guests to, you know, have the recreation of their dreams and you know, live the pirate type adventure. And as you come into the downport, you can see that there are elaborate holographic ads talking about nightclubs and casinos and you know, a place called sunbathing at Torpol Beach. And you come in and you dock, and as you exit your ship, there is a the docking bay is actually enclosed, and so the ship lands, and then like a clear dome closes up over it, and you wait for a few moments for the air to cycle and in the landing pad, and for the temperature to kind of come up, and you come out and you are met on the docking pad by the Provost Marshal Haddo Farks. And Provost, or Haddo Falks. And this is what he looks like. This guy is silly as shit, is what he is. But let's see here. I almost forgot that I had a picture of him, and I'm so glad I remember it, because... So this guy comes walking up, and he is bald, and he has what looks like a tiny hat that's a fez with the shape of the starport on top of it.
My man.
Yeah, and he seems to have no clue that he looks ridiculous. He comes walking up, and he says, "Oh, thank goodness you've arrived. We've been awaiting anybody that would help us with this terrible situation with these raiders. You're welcome to stay. You know, we've booked you rooms in the finest hotel here, and you're welcome to stay for as long as you need to conduct your investigation. In fact, I will give everybody 100 credits on the house for gambling in the casino."
Insight check.
That would be good. That is a great question. I'm not sure what skill that would be.
This seems too easy. I don't believe it.
Make an intellect check.
Just straight intellect.
Yeah, just make a straight intellect check.
This guy is so legit, let me tell you. 3.
Well, he seems legit. He reaches into a pocket in his orange robes, and he hands each of you a stack of credit chips for gambling, and he gives each of you a room key, and or like a card for your door, and says, you know, he doesn't guarantee that they're the finest room on the downport, but it's it's over the casino. So, and he leads you. As you're walking through, you can see that you see what is actually Torpol Beach. There's a big area where they have made an indoor wave pool with a fake beach, holographic sky mixed with heat lamps, and they've actually grown palm trees and things. And this is like, it's like the size of a shopping mall. It's huge, and it's real sand, but the sky's holographic, the clouds are holographic, the water was imported or filtered, one or the other, maybe both. And you can see that there's a number of people laying out on the beach, and that they're surfing, and he says, we have a real day-night cycle, although it changes every 6 hours. That way people have more of an opportunity to enjoy the sunset and sunrise multiple times per day.
What's under his hat?
You what?
Well, I want to know what's under the hat. How did he keep it on?
Can I sleight of hand the hat?
That's a really good question. I don't know how he keeps the hat on.
No. All right. An eternal mystery.
The mystery of the provosts of Torpol.
Can I at least reach and take the hat?
He has an indent in his head that's the same shape.
Every time Bakasura reaches up, tries to mess with his hat, he just keeps fixing it. And he leads you kind of back behind where all of the holograms and their projectors are. So you're getting like the Disney behind the scenes kind of situation. And he leads you back into a security room. And he shows you a video image that shows two ships approaching from the orbital refueling dock. A barrage of deadly accurate laser fire severs the refinery's cargo module, and one of the ships swoops in to capture it. The vessel moves to provide cover, then departs, and one of the ships was a far trader. The other ship was a 400-ton Vulture-class salvage hauler. Now, salvage haulers it's a 400-ton ship, but the key thing about them is the front of them has a grappling arm. They can reach out and grab stuff and just pull it right into their dock or into their cargo hold. So he confirms that both ships refueled at the orbital dock, and they gave false names and conducted all of their business electronically. And the false names that they gave were Argo 1 and Argo 2. And he says none of their crews even ever left the ships. Who wants to make? Who's good at computers? I think Keith Clark is. Keith Clark, go ahead and make a computers, electronics computers plus your choice intellect or EDU check.
Maybe we're rolling well last week.
That's true. That's true. He was a rock star last week. So you are able to clean up the video a bit. You're able to determine that the 200-ton Far Trader looks like it has two double turrets, and both of them were equipped with twin pulse lasers. The 400-ton salvage hauler has two single and two double turrets, and you can tell that it's armed with two pulse lasers, two sandcasters, and two missile launchers. You do see, so the 200-ton Far Trader and the Far Trader and the scout ship dock with the high port first. You detect with your computers that the 400-ton salvage hauler actually came up from the planet. Make a electronic sensors check. Whoever wants to.
I'll do it. Eight.
So with your electronic sensors, you're able to change the angle of the video and zoom in, and you determine that the salvage hauler actually bears the starburst of the Imperial Navy and is named the Mercifuge.
All right.
So,
Did I know why? Or
no idea. Although, he says that there were a lot of spacers that were here for the attack and are still here. You might check around the casino or the bars.
alright, that sounds good.
So, who wants to make carouse and streetwise checks?
I'll do streetwise.
Okay.
I'll just go gamble. I like gamble.
Ralph's got +3 to streetwise as well.
Okay. Go ahead and make some streetwise checks. Nice.
I got 9.
Okay. So, your streetwise checks, you talk around the port and discover that you both discovered that there was something called the Sarcomond incident. And that leads you to a bar where you see that there is a captain sitting at the bar by himself drinking. And his name is Daniel Vlau. And you find him in one of the back casino bars. If you've ever been to a casino, every one of them has it. There's like some little shitty sports bar in the back where there's only like the bartender and maybe 2 other people in it. There could be like 4,000 people in the casino. For some reason, there's only 2 people in that bar. I don't know why. That's this bar. And so you go back there, and Daniel Vlau, who looks like this.
Hey.
So he's older, he's got a bit of a paunch. You know, who doesn't?
He looks sad.
Yeah, maybe. You come up and he says, hello, what can I do for you?
Nah, Brad, have a seat next to him.
Okay.
Wait, what? You said I should have a seat next to him? Or
No, I was gonna have a seat next to him.
oh, okay, alright.
And then I was gonna offer to buy him his next drink. Yeah,
That's very fine of you. I appreciate that. It's not very common out here in this neck of the woods that you find anybody who's willing to be friendly.
Hey, my friends and I here, we were looking for some recreational pharmaceuticals.
That's not something that I generally deal with.
But do you know somebody who does?
Well, you're on Torpol, the land of tropical paradise. I'm sure you can find something.
Thank you for your time. And I pay for his drink, and I go to find recreational pharmaceuticals.
Okay, so Raph, you have an in with this guy. Is there anything that you would like to bring up?
Sure. Raph will order herself a whiskey and start smoking another stinky cigar. And say, heard tell about a raider hit. Big one. While back. Were you here for that?
No, I was just coming in system just before it happened. I'm the captain of the Sarcomond.
Pleasure to meet you. I go by Raph.
It's nice to meet you, Raph. That's a very nice cigar. It smells like you're smoking. Is that a Tobian cigar?
You have a keen nose.
It says, well, I'll tell you. I was just coming out of the 100 diameter limit, and I was coming into Torpol when a scout ship attacked me. It was named the Misery's Company. But the joke was on them. You see, the Sarkomon might look like a pile of shit, but she's got a little bit of a secret. She has 2 pop-up turrets, and I popped up those turrets, and I cut him here and here with beam lasers. And he kind of pokes his finger at your chest and then at your belly, and he goes, here. And he pulls up his mobile comm, and he brings up footage, and he shows you. He says, these are scanners from my ship. I fucked him up right.
You fucked him up, but proper.
Yes. He's not going to be pirating anything for a while. The chicken shit ran.
I'm not
While this is happening, Rexar orders one of those giant bowls of alcohol. And he just starts laughing at it.
Okay. Raph, the video he continues to show you, do you have electronic skills?
I've got electronics comms at 0, but that's it.
Sure, go ahead and make an electronics comms plus your choice of intellect or EDU, and it'll be average difficulty.
8.
Perfect. You're able to determine, listening to the comms chatter coming from that vessel, the Misery's Company, that they were setting astrogation after he hit them. They set astrogation, and it sounds like they were jumping to borite.
Borite.
That's what most people would say, because there is fuck all at borite. In fact, that's their state motto. But you know that borite is just 2 jumps away from here.
I can gamble away 100 chips while this is happening, right?
Oh, certainly. So who's going gambling?
Hey.
I'll go gambling.
Wait.
Rexar gets nice and fucked up.
As soon as I find some drugs, I'll be gambling.
So, Rexar, Beth Smith, and Keith Clark, do any of you have the gambling skill or gambler skill?
Oh, that's a skill?
It is.
Well, it's a 0 for me because of my jack of all trades, but I didn't notice it was a skill, so no, not really.
Okay. So if you
I think Luke is the only one who has that skill.
That's probably true. So go ahead and make a gambler skill. If you don't have it, you are at -3 right off the top, but it's gambler plus your intellect.
Plus my intellect?
Correct.
Shit.
Plus the intellect modifier, right?
Right.
Or okay, alright.
I would have done so good. Damn it.
What would have been a 12 is now a 4.
Oof.
Not 4. It's an 8. It's an 8.
Well,
Wow, dude.
so Rexar, you break even. How did Keith Clark do?
7.
Yeah, you were left with 50 credits. Captain Beth, how'd you do?
8.
So you break even. You still have 100 credits.
Yay, that was fun.
Bakasura, make another streetwise check.
Come on, Bakasura, I believe in you. You can get high.
11.
So, what kind of drugs are you looking for?
Well, I personally am addicted to the anti-aging drug.
Oh, the anagathics.
Yeah.
So, yes, you find a dealer that has anagathics. All very hush-hush. $20,000 per dose.
Okay. I am getting one dose and taking it immediately.
Okay.
Right there on the street.
Okay. Well, that'll protect you for like the next year, so.
And then, do I find anybody with any psychic drugs?
Yeah. So this same guy.
Yes.
Also has psi drug, standard, he's got 2 doses of standard psi drug for 1,000 each.
I will take both.
And then he says, hey, you ever heard of Titan drug?
Go on.
It says, makes you super strong. Enhances your strength by 1d points.
For how long?
So the drug kicks in 10 rounds after injection and lasts for around 15 minutes. When the drug wears off, your muscles will cramp painfully under the stress and fatigue, and you will suffer 1d damage and has your strength score reduced by 1d for 1d hours. Or to your original strength, whichever is lower.
So, how much is that?
I can sell this to you for 600 credits.
I will buy that for 600 credits.
Okay.
Gosh, I wish I didn't roll this dice. Excellent.
Okay.
This will be an after-school special before long.
I got my drugs. Excellent.
Yeah. So, you guys spend a couple days on Torpol, but there's really not more information to learn. You've learned that the scout ship was named the Misery's Company, and that it had headed 2 jumps away to Borite. And you've learned that the Mercifuge, which is the salvage hauler, was an Imperial naval vessel, which is interesting. So, I mean, the big question is, how did some pirates get a hold of an Imperial naval vessel?
Or why is the Imperial people getting involved in piracy?
Or there's that question as well. I mean, probably not something to jump to. I mean, Imperial naval ships, especially small ships like a salvage hauler or things like that, go missing all the time. Or it could have been overrun. and taken over. But you spend like 2 or 3 days, but you don't get any more information. You just burn through your free 100 credit chips, and you eat some good, some fairly decent synthetic steak. And it looks like your next journey will be to Borite. But let me double check something.
Alright.
Yep. All right. Who wants to make the astrogation check?
I have it.
I guess what we're gonna do with that would be.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, that was good. That puts me at 11.
Okay. All right. And Ching Shi is able to get you off planet, and you spend 30 hours getting out to the jump limit. Keith Clark, go ahead and make your J Drive plus intellect or EDU, and you want to get a 6 or better, and you can add +4 to that check.
11 then.
All right. Once again, you guys jump, and it is a day shorter than you would expect. And you arrive in Borite. So, what you know about the Borite system is that Borite is known as the name Borite because of a heavy amount of borax in their soil. Which means that it is not conducive really to growing crops, but there is a fair-sized colony on Borite that makes its living, underground mining certain minerals, things like that. As you come into the system, at the very edge of the jump limit is a large gas giant. Who wants to make a electronics comms check?
I'll take that. Uh, 10.
Oh yeah. You are picking up an extremely faint, very faint distress call. Signal GK. I assume that you want to inform the captain?
Absolutely. Captain, we have a distress signal.
Is there a way to amplify or investigate this?
Go ahead and make an
Wait. I don't think we should fall for this. This is our own trick.
Like, I want to.
I mean, so it was difficult 10 plus for you to even pick up the signal, and you nailed it. It's that faint. So Keith Clark's, your impression is that either the power source is extremely low, or I mean, if it's extremely low, then it's really questionable what kind of help you could aid. The direction is coming from the rings of the gas giant, and it's either extremely low power source or it's coming from a spacesuit.
Interesting, yes. So, I relay this in way, Captain, right?
If it was coming from a spacesuit, that would mean it's nearby, right?
That would be your guess, usually from a spacesuit, but it's not. It's coming from the orbit of the gas giant. Somebody can make an electronic sensors check. It would be average 8+.
So 9.
Okay. You detect that in orbit, a decaying orbit, is an old space station. And it looks like, from what you're seeing on your sensors check, that probably in a couple hundred years, this space station is just going to go into the atmosphere of this gas giant and just get tore up. But right now, this thing's in this decaying orbit.
And the space station's not going to be like having weapons or anything, right?
They can, but that's where the signal is coming from.
But it's so faint. I don't know.
It could become our space station.
That's true. Yeah, that would be cool. Also, I was thinking if there's a space station that's nearby, they might have seen or intercepted some kind of data that had to do with the people that were fleeing.
Oh yeah.
So they might be a good source of information, and we probably could overpower them if necessary. So that's why I lean towards going there, but it's open to voting. So
I vote we go there. It sounds to me like there is something of value there, whether it's a person or a bit of information or some cargo that we could loot.
Then let's go there.
all right, looks like we got a majority then.
Okay.
Right?
So Qingxi sets course for the space station. And get this to cooperate. There we go.
Bless her.
This is what the outside of this dingy old space station looks like.
It's an antique.
It is.
Just blow it up.
So as you are getting closer, Beth Smith, I will allow you to make another electronic sensors check, and you get to add +1 to it.
Okay. Do I add EDU or?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. 9.
Okay. So you are able to kind of do a little bit of investigating with your sensors. You can tell this station was actually a part of, it was actually a Sindalian listening outpost, and is a little more than, it looks like it's probably about 2,000 years old, roughly. But you are seeing signs that it has been repaired within the last century. But the repairs look like a lot of it was you're seeing a lot of duct tape. The distress call is coming from the station. Keith Clark, go ahead and make a electronics comms check. Comms plus EDU or intellect.
9.
So you are detecting that it is a low-powered automated beacon, consistent with the sort built into a fairly good quality vac suit. And it seems like somebody has wired it into the communications array of this station and is using the comm array on this station to boost the signal.
Really interesting.
So would he know where on the ship they would wire it in?
He knows that it's coming from what, I mean, who knows, because
Like
you got to figure all of those antennas are automated, but somewhere in that station, what he does know is that whoever took this out of this comm system out of their vac suit and wired it in, they now no longer have any communications. So it would have to be some kind of desperate move.
I would like to use my psionics here.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You're not close enough yet.
To detect life?
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to dock with the station in order for that to work. You're still like, 20,000 kilometers away from this station. But the other thing that you can see through your electronic sensors is that there is debris floating around the station. You see that there's hull plating and rivets from a small ship. There's not enough debris for the ship to have been destroyed or broken up, but you can tell that most likely somebody docked here, may have done some quick repairs and thrown off anything that was damaged to just float away, and then, that's it. Last but not least, Bakasura, I'll let you make an electronics sensors check first. Electronic sensors, your choice, EDU or intellect.
8.
So Bakasura flips over to thermal imaging, and you can see that most of this space station is dead cold. Doesn't look like there's any power to environment. However, you are seeing one heat source on board. The trace that you're seeing appears that it is humanoid, probably a Vargur.
It's a xenomorph, come on.
Yeah.
No, let's go to the seed source. I'm fine with docking and checking it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
One humanoid, we can take them.
Captain Smith, do you have piloting at all? Or was that Raph?
Sure.
I have pilot at 1 spacecraft.
Oh, okay.
I also have Pilot 1 spacecraft.
So whichever of you wants to be the pilot this week, you can be the pilot. I'll be real honest, I've been fudging rolls because I've been rolling like shit, and I've just been like saying, okay, well, you made your piloting roll. Because I feel bad if I'm the one to kill you. So, you want Raph to pilot?
Yes, please. I've been rolling like garbage, so.
Okay, Raph, go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check. And you want to make a... this is going to be a difficult check because this space station is rickety as fuck.
Alright. 8.
Okay.
Difficult is 10, right?
So, yeah. So, you are successful in docking, but, if the Harrier had any paint, it would be scraped up, and the Harrier actually takes another 6 points of damage to the hull.
Oops. Sorry, Cap.
We can swing it. don't worry.
What does that ship have?
Yeah, you guys are getting low. So,
Yeah, really need to repair this thing.
yeah, you really need to set down somewhere and spend a little time in dry dock. But you are docked, and you have
Repaired it last time.
a good airlock seal, and you open up the airlock. Your ship's computer is able to pull up a schematic. And this is where you are at. Now, to be specific, you dock here at number 1. All the way to the lower right. I almost said southeast.
Alright, okay.
And
Let's split up.
the heat force trace was coming from where?
Yeah, where's the heat?
Oh yeah, can I detect life now?
The heat source trace is coming from all the way up here in this upper left quadrant.
can hear is that radar scanner from Aliens. You know, the beep, beep, beep.
They actually have that in this game.
Hey.
So, Bakasura, back to your original request. Do you want to do that now?
I would like to detect life, yes.
Okay.
Wow. So, I need a 4 to pass.
Uh-huh.
I got a 4.
Okay. Okay, so you do detect life. You detect that there's the Vargur. He's not completely healthy. You also detect another presence. And the other presence now is detecting you, and all of your communications go to static. I mean, your physical communications go to static.
So have we boarded yet or no?
You're still in the airlock.
Okay.
Now, you're in your ship's airlock. Here's the question. How are you guys suiting up? Don't forget, your friendly neighborhood Aslan has battle dress.
Yeah, I'm putting that on. I'm putting on the power arm. I don't trust this at all.
You're putting on your big gun.
Yeah,
Are you pulling out the PGMP?
I am putting on a vac suit.
I'm not pulling on the BGMP then.
I don't know.
Fire this will destroy the station.
I am putting on a vac suit.
Oh, I'll let you use the PGMP, just so that you can, so that you get an opportunity.
Safe.
Okay.
We destroyed the entire ship and sliced through it like butter. This is a tiny station that's held together by duct tape.
So, did I?
You said we had a good deal on the airlock, right? Is that implying that the oxygen or whatever is all good on the...
No, the oxygen on the station is not good.
Yeah, we never checked the station for.
Yeah, it is open. It has numerous holes in the hull. It is open to space in numerous sections.
All right, back to it then.
So there are two life forms on this. I'm letting you let everyone else know that I picked up 2 rather than 1.
Okay,
Thank you.
and then you can communicate that with your hands, even despite the static weirdness. So.
Well, I mean, we're all standing next to each other, so I don't think we need to talk over comms.
Rexar, I was wrong. The gun on the that you have the minigun on the battle dress is actually a rapid fire machine gun. It does 3D damage.
So it's not a rapid fire chain gun.
It is a minigun, but it's not the rotary cannon. That's a vehicular weapon. My bad.
Oh, that makes sense to why it. Okay. So just this 3D.
It's 3D.
6.
Range is 500.
Mag 60, auto 4, can't go up to 8.
Correct. That's it.
That's what I got.
Okay, good. I thought we had discussed it, but this is the first time you've actually put on the battle dress. So for those of you who have seen The Expanse, he's wearing the suit that Bobby Draper wears. So he's got, a minigun in one arm and I don't know, a ton of other shit. He doesn't have the big backpack on right now, but he's got basically a lightning gun.
Wow.
It's called a PGMP. It's a plasma gun man portable. So, yeah.
Not bringing that. Nope, that was
white fire mixed with lightning bolts kind of thing. Bakasura, you're putting on a vac suit.
What?
So I assume you're putting on a vac suit?
Yeah, I'm putting on a vac suit because last time I saw him in this thing, we did a lot of damage.
What about Keith Clark? What kind of armor or suit you have?
I have cloth armor. I'm thinking I should stay on the ship.
Okay.
Somebody defending the ship.
You could. Here's a flip side to that. I mean, it's up to you guys if you want him to stay on the ship, but the flip side to that, of course, is that this space station is rickety and falling apart. I don't know. You might want an engineer with you.
You know, is it possible for Ching Shi to stay manning the gun or something?
Yes.
Like, I just don't want to get snuck up on.
Yeah, you can leave Ching Shi on the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
And we have what was his name? Teddy.
Oh, that's right, and there's Teddy.
Hey.
That's right.
His
Yeah, I got
boy.
it.
And it's time in our time in Deep Space, I've been teaching Teddy to press the A button to shoot the gun.
Yes. Teddy's training to be your steward.
I told him the best warning shots don't miss.
Dead men tell no tales. What about Captain Smith? What are you wearing?
I'm gonna wear a backsuit. Yeah.
Okay.
No loose ends if they're dead.
And Raph.
Well, I got a question. Can you wear a flak shell over a vac suit, or is that not a thing?
No. So a vac suit is basically your archetypical spacesuit. There's not a whole lot of room for anything else in there. If you
Like,
are,
my Diplo vest is
Yes.
on the inside.
yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Okay.
Or if you have, and none of you have this yet, but if you have like cybernetics, there's a cybernetic implant called subdermal armor. Subdermal armor can be added. So there's that.
I'm gonna be the coolest cyborg symbiote.
Did you get subdermal yet?
No, I don't have the subdermal thing. I just have the symbiote inside of me.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't want to get shot in the throat.
Our ship isn't unmanned, we have our pet dinosaurs.
Do we have pet dinosaurs?
So I'll stay behind the battle dress. Have them out ahead in these various rooms, I suppose.
So you open up your ship's airlock. There's no power to the station to open up their airlock, and in order to get it open, you have to use a hand crank. I mean, obviously, the Aslan in battle dress isn't going to have a problem with this.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to just kick it open, you got this.
Open the door.
Go ahead and, just out of curiosity, Rexar, go ahead and make a athletic strength check with your boosted strength from the battle dress.
How much boosted strength does it give me? I didn't see that bit.
It is...
Are you exposed anywhere? Can I give you Titan strength?
No, he's completely sealed.
I'm gonna come around out of like shock from being stabbed by something and just unleash a minigun on you.
You just punched me in the dust at that point.
So battle dress increases strength and dex by 4.
Oh. Okay.
And every weapon you have is considered to have the scope trait.
So +4, that's +6 technically.
So what does that bring your strength up to?
That brings my strength to 16 +6.
So you have a +3 to strength.
Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah. Math. Okay. So I rolled 12 plus athletics. So that's +4.
Oh yeah. So he just cranks this door and it slowly cranks open, and he does the same for the inner door lock or inner airlock door. This interior section is open to vacuum and cold. So there's no air, there's no heat. There is you do see that there is a small cargo locker here, and then you see that there is the hallway. At the end of the hall, there's another interior door that's closed.
I want to check out the cargo one first.
Okay.
Should we split the party? Because the person is on a timer.
Oh, I'm sorry. This section is pressurized, but there's no heat and low oxygen, but it is pressurized. In the
Definitely there was 30 life force.
Spiders!
Oh. Back up the ship.
Burn it! He's already dead.
In the cargo locker, you see that there are some crates, and in those crates, one of them there is an auto laundry. There is another crate with an auto chef and an auto bar.
Maybe we'll come back to that later.
There is a crate that has 5 hairstylers. They're basically robotic hairstylers. There's a holographic play table.
We loot it all.
And there's a crate full of the Lords of Space line animatronic toys.
Cool.
What? Are they
No.
old?
No.
Um,
I don't trust this.
Now you know that currently Lords of Space is like a huge toy craze all across the known charted space.
Probably because they're awesome. Just gonna guess.
They're all gonna.
Well, that means that this loot is very recent.
Right.
This is current loot. Up
Correct.
to date.
They're all gonna come to life and attack us.
It's somebody's stash.
Or was their stash? Yes.
Well, we should probably find the person who is.
The extra one.
I can't believe I'm the one that worried about the person. What happened here?
I know. How did that happen?
What have you done to me?
Okay, so we'll leave the loot alone for now. Someone's gotta look down this room before we can advance, I believe. So,
We'll go fast.
okay, and I'll hang out here, like, ready in case some shit goes down.
Okay. So, Rexar, you get to
Don't leave us behind.
this point, and there's a door leading straight ahead, and then further up, this corridor takes a right turn, and you see another door that is closed.
I'm gonna go straight
To this
side.
to this one.
Yeah.
Okay. You open this one. There's some more large crates in here. All of this stuff in here, it looks like crates of food stuff.
Okay.
Snack crisps, microwave burritos,
Ah, sweet, we have food.
freeze-dried bao. And
Okay.
this room is actually a dead end. There's no way out of here.
Going north.
Alright, cool. So I can advance to this corner and wait to turn it
So far back.
after battle dress.
So So where is Captain Smith going to be?
After I see him heading back, I start advancing down this hallway, and I'm gonna wait with my back turned on that corner,
Okay.
and then follow after the person who's, in good armor.
Okay.
Is it Rexar back before who's wearing battle dress?
No.
This scrawny little prosthetic man could fit this big suit of armor.
Okay.
I could fit inside it. I just have a lot of extra space.
Let me.
It also smell like me. So.
Oh, you marked that one?
Yep. Ah, suit.
A little door opens and he sprays the corner.
Before we open the door, can I just detect life again?
There are 8 life signals.
Hold on just a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm just throwing down where you guys are.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I can boost my my life detection planet-wide. I thought it was cool.
It is.
That is kind of cool. But that's only if you make the first check, though, isn't it? I thought you had to make 2 checks for that.
No, I just have to spend more points than the initial one.
Ah, okay. All right. There we go. Does that look about right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, back at Sarah, go ahead and make another life detection check.
6, and I need to beat 4.
You're now detecting 5.
Ah!
The Vargur and 4 others. You've never detected anything like these 4 other ones. They're almost like an insect. Like an insect
Make that
intelligence.
noise, officer. Why'd you make that noise? I'm looking over my shoulder. Why'd you make that noise?
There's another presence. Earlier I said 1. Now I feel 5 additional.
Alright, turning around and we are leaving. Goodbye. No, I'll open the door.
Just
All right.
let you know.
Stay behind me.
They might be insects.
Oh, actually, I'm not kidding now. Now we should leave.
Good thing I brought this raid fragmentation bomb.
or maybe a crustacean. They feel very similar. It's hard to detect sometimes.
Okay. As I open this door, I'm spinning up the chain gun just to be safe.
Okay. As you're cranking open the door, over your comms, the static. So, like, when you guys are talking to each other, it's very broken up because there's just this constant white noise static in the background. And as you're cranking up the door, you hear the static go, shh, shh.
So I was now cranking the door closed.
And
Wait. It spoke something. What did it say?
it didn't say anything. You just heard, you swore that you heard like voices in the white noise. And Keith
I wasn't sure if my throat jelly was translating something for me.
Keith Clark, you very faintly in the white noise static, you hear shh, Do, 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 do.
Alright.
So you got like 2 letters of it.
Got some Morse code going on, huh?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at Rexstar and be like, why do we always find places like this?
Every game we play,
Fuck you. Now it's this bullshit.
it's either a sewer or an abandoned space station. What the fuck? Huh.
I blame you.
Me?
Yeah. It's always like weird bullshit. Then when I open the door,
So you open the door
I'm
and
telling you, the talking mushroom.
make Rexar make a recon plus intellect check.
I'm very good at recon, so that is a 9.
Okay.
Hey.
So
Plus
you,
2.
you open this door, and right here, you see that there is some kind of cargo crate, but attached to the cargo crate, there appears to be some kind of hard resin that goes from the cargo crate up the wall and over, around, and into a ventilation vent. And it looks like
Alright, who said Xenomorphs and Jinx us?
and it looks like whatever it was like almost like poured out of the vent and like flowed down the wall and built up and attached itself to this cargo crate.
Cat, there's some weird resin bullshit here coming from the vents.
Well, I do have a science 1 biology. Perhaps we can
I-
something.
Forgot, I have something for you.
I have
I'm
a-
gonna
I have a
move up
science
here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up here so everyone else can move up behind me.
Okay. I'd like to use my science kit on this thing, this resin or whatever, to see if I could learn anything. I also have a Geiger counter, so if it's like radioactive, then I probably won't fuck with it. But
Really soft. I wish I brought the flamethrower.
So, Beth, go ahead and make your science. What is xenobiology or just biology?
it's biology.
Okay, plus either your choice, either intellect or EDU.
Okay. Fuck. Alright. 6.
So you're not sure. This has clearly been secreted by something biological. And as you're trying to get a sample, you kind of
It bursts from your chest.
you break off chunks of this hardened resin, and digging through this, you find that there are like pieces of cybernetic implants, artificial teeth.
I do have a cybernetic too.
It
so-
dissolves them.
Are there
Oh,
any
God.
legs?
Oh my god. Dissolved.
your
Digested what it could.
your estimation is that these were undigestible parts.
Yeah, it's like vomit or shit from some kind of horrible creature eating.
Uh-oh. He pulled up the turn order.
I know, now we're fucked, aren't we? Medicap flash, it'll be alright.
That's the one thing about roll 20s, you can't surprise everybody and say roll for initiative.
Rolling for initiative.
So let's see here. So Beth Smith's actually like right here trying to dig through and get some samples.
Yeah. I rolled really good for my initiative, at least. Like the first good roll out of the last fucking, 12 or so? It's been horrible.
Yeah, so, yeah, go ahead and everybody roll for Anish. And so that is your choice, either an intellect or dexterity average roll. And then the number over or under 8 is what your initiative is.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, I have a 1.
I got a 3.
And you should be able to put in your initiative.
Good. Ooh, I rolled.
Oh, what did it take?
Yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the ass. It's been a problem here for the past couple
You
of
have to
weeks.
hit enter.
Ah,
Way back here. You
Yeah.
could escape.
Can you enter?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Fuck.
And what's negative?
why am I?
It's probably right if you take your time to think about what you're doing and then you do it. It's right. Shit. Oh wow. Ooh.
No.
I knew I should have gained weight.
I saw how big it was, and I was like, no. Okay.
Dow. Okay, so between Rexar's between Rexar and Raph, which one of you wants to go first?
Captain Ben Smith got a 4.
Oh, that's right, but they got the same one, so.
You have to
You
figure it out.
want to go first or not? Tell me, oh man, you should have.
Okay. Okay. So, Beth Smith, as you're sitting there checking out this detritus, you hear suddenly something comes rushing towards the opening of the vent, and this creature that is fairly spider-like pokes its head out, and I could have swore I had it.
Arachnid. That's the other one that they're like.
I hate this.
There you go.
Crustaceans, arachnid.
That's-
That's what they're like.
It's cute. Look
Yeah,
at that.
it's kind of cute.
It's got a big old thorax. Look at that.
It only has 3 legs, it's more insect rock than anything.
Bakasura, make a psi check.
Oh, I'm about to be sad.
Yahtzee.
I got a new dice cup. It has Cthulhu on it.
Nice.
9.
You're detecting that these things are psionic.
Hi, friend.
So, Captain Beth Smith, you see this thing charging out of the air vent. What would you like to do?
I want to know what's in a science kit. Is there like lasers or anything?
In a science kit? No, it's mostly
Okay.
glass beakers and reagents and, some pH paper, a couple of tweezers.
All right, looks like I gotta be busting out a firearm now.
Okay, so you draw, for your minor action, you can draw your pistol or your rifle if you want.
I don't know how many of these things there are around, but they eat humanoids. So, at least that's what I'm assuming at this point. So yeah, I think I will get out my rifle.
Okay.
Spinning up my chain gun, so Captain, I would recommend you take a step or two back.
So it's still partially in the vent. So it has +6 to its armor. But you are at close range, so you have an easy check to make.
Okay, if I do that, I won't be able to step back, will I?
No, your minor action was to draw your weapon. Now, you could fire and take the easy check. I would recommend burst fire, because then you get to add the auto score to your damage. Or you could take 2 more minor actions to move away.
I'm gonna shoot this first one, and then next time I get a turn, I'll move
Okay.
as best I can. Or another person may move me away, I guess. Let's see.
Oh, we lost one.
Oh, we did.
Yep. We lost Rexar.
Not right here.
You dropped out of roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the page crash.
So I roll at my gun combat.
Gun combat plus dexterity. And you want to get, since this is an easy roll because you're practically at point blank range, you want 4 or better.
I got 8 altogether.
Okay, so roll your damage and you get to add 4 to your damage.
And it's 2 dice.
Oh, I'm sorry. You get to add 4 to your damage. You're using the advanced combat rifle, right?
Yeah.
I think that's 3D.
Yeah, it's 3d6.
And then +3 because I'm doing auto 3? Or
Correct. So you get to add +7. So 3d6 +7.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So So you actually deal 7 points of damage to it. And so this is a very Aliens kind of scene. Beth like immediately just leans back and goes bah, 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 with her advanced auto rifle, and this bug takes a number of hits, as does the wall around the vent, and this Chamax is like hissing. Raph, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna draw my pistol and shoot at it.
Go for it. Pew.
Do I need to move
So
anywhere to hit
Captain.
it?
Let's see here. You are here. You don't necessarily have to. You can hit it from where you're at, because it's up the wall in the vent, so.
Okay, so I'm shooting upward then.
Right.
I imagined I was crouched over to get the scientific stuff, and then
Right.
too, so I don't think I'm anyway.
So what do I add to my attack roll
So-
besides my SG weapons?
So it would be gun combat plus dexterity. For you, you're fairly close range, but for you, you're a little further back. It's going to be a routine 6+.
Target at a 9.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage, and you get to add +3 to that. What kind of pistol are you? You're using laser pistol, right?
Yes.
Okay.
$18 damage.
Oof. Oof. So it takes another 9, and it's really, really pissed off now. Rexar.
Let's see. I'm gonna move right up and just put my hand right up to it with the machine gun spinning and just let him have it.
Okay. So it is going to be if you're basically going point blank with it. It is a simple check of 2+. Go ahead and gun combat plus dexterity, 2 or better. And are you overcharging the gun? Because you could add a +8 to the damage.
I'm not spinning it up to 8 shots. I'll do the regular 4.
Okay, so it'll be a +4 to damage. Automatically.
I got a 11 to hit.
Oof. So 11, 12, 13. So you get to add +13 to your damage.
+13 to let's see, 4d6.
Right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So 23 points of damage.
Okay.
Better on back food.
This is not okay.
Okay. Believe it or not, it is still moving. It's a couple of its legs are completely fucked up, but it's still moving. Bakasura, what would you like to do?
Could I get to the prone position and shoot, like, between them?
Yeah, you could, as a minor action, you can drop to the prone position and fire up.
Shoot between my legs.
Yep.
Please don't roll up. Never mind.
So that's going to make your shot average 8+.
I'm using my lovely laser rifle.
Okay. Gun combat plus dex, 8+.
So I got a 7.
Okay.
Hello.
Dang.
Roll a d6.
Oh no. 2.
Okay, so roll damage -1 for the laser rifle.
Oh no.
I swear to God.
Bakasura and his
Thank you.
warning shots.
Oh no. -1d or just -1?
Just -1.
Oh god.
He's shooting me in the back.
So the reason for rolling the d6 was to decide 1 through 5 was going to hit Rexar. On a 6, it would hit Beth Smith.
I'm about to use a reaction, and knowing Officer, I'm just going to turn around and put up my grab shield.
Okay, you can do that as a reaction.
I hear him about to shoot.
No, wait!
My spot, I'm like, wait a second, he's not going to really try to shoot this while I'm right in front of it. And then I hear the laser rifle charging. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
So what'd you get, Bakasura?
22.
Well, you may not even need does 22 even get through the armor of the battle dress?
It would.
Wow.
22 is the armor class.
Well, then that means the battle dress took all of the damage. You didn't take it.
Put up my craft shield.
Okay, so you hold up your craft shield.
The battle dress is gonna take all the damage, and I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna put my craft shield in front of the vent and be like, nope, you ain't coming through.
On the Chamex's turn. Wait, that's not what I wanted.
Haunting shit. Hell no. No.
So, you hear a vent in the back corner or the upper corner of the room drop out, and a Chamax drops out of the vent and is down on the ground now. This Chamax is going to...
Play dead.
No.
Zero limbs. I don't know.
It is going to spit acid at Rexar.
Got my craft shield right in front of the net.
Ew, and it hits with a +1 to, or actually a +6 to damage.
Oh shit.
But that was shitty. It only did 12. So you guys see this green acid spray hit Rexar's shield, and you just see smoke coming off of the shield from this thing's acid spit. Keith Clark, what would you like to do? I'm going to run back to the ship. Fuck this. I'm out here.
Fuck this shit up.
I'll nominate the nuclear solution.
I was thinking I would use my machine gun and attack the one that's visible now.
Okay.
Are you able to? From where you are?
So, should I move? Or am I able to?
I would assume, I'm kind of assuming that you already have your gun out. You could move up to here and make your shot.
Alright.
That also gives you cover, which will give you a +2 to your armor. This is a storage crate of some kind.
Cool.
You guys don't think the Barker is alive because they're putting eggs inside him, right? And we're gonna get to the Barker and he's just gonna babies.
So I got 7 with my machine gun.
That is, yeah, I will say that hits with a +1 to your damage.
Alright. I got 3. So that's 10 damage.
Okay. So he takes 7 from his armor. Beth Smith, what would you like to do?
Alright, I think I can take a shot with my rifle from here. Am I able to do that? That thing, or?
Yeah, it would be an average shot, 8+.
Okay. Alright.
Are you doing burst fire?
I guess so. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So it would be gun combat plus dexterity, and you can add plus, I believe you've got auto 3 on that. So So it'd
What
be
does that mean?
automatic +3 to damage.
Oh, that's +3 to damage. I didn't roll very well though. I got like 5, so I don't think I
Okay, so you miss.
can damn it.
Raph, what would you like to do?
How much movement do I get for a small action?
So a minor action, you can move 6 meters. I would say that you could move here, or here, or here.
So what is this square right here?
Those are storage crates. Yeah, I would say that you could get behind these storage crates if you wanted to.
Yeah, I kind of want to put a little bit of, have a little bit of a barricade or something.
Okay, if you do that, it will give you a +6 to your armor for cover.
Yeah, I'm digging that for sure. And that's one minor action to get there?
Correct. So you could take a shot. You could easily shoot this
Yeah.
guy.
Definitely do that thing then.
Okay.
So 12 to hit.
Oh yeah. So that's a automatic +4 to your damage.
4. $21 damage.
Oof. Ouch. This Chamax dies. Oh. He has his own initiative. He dies.
Yay. Good.
Okay. Rexar.
You hired me for something, Cap. Just doing the duty.
That's right.
Yeah, Rexar never let go of the trigger, so he's just gonna keep firing.
He's just gonna keep doing it. You just see this like river of brass coming out. Go ahead. You got. It is a simple shot, 2+.
This entire time it's just like fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. 10.
Oof. So that's an automatic +8, plus auto 4. So that's a +12 to damage.
Jesus. 9. That's 40 points of damage.
Yeah. So this Chamax is
Turn
dead.
it to goo.
Yes.
Turn it to goo.
Everybody make an intellect check. Beth Smith, you get a boon dice on that.
Oh.
5.
I rolled snake eyes, and then he said, "You get a boon dice." And I'm like, "Sweet." And so I threw it, and it was a 2.
Oh shit.
You've been death by the river of brass flowing next to you.
Bakasura, what did you get?
10.
Oh. What about Raph?
7.
So, Bakasura, these look like what you've heard tell tale in various spacer bars as you were out trying to buy drugs. Something that you thought was just a spacer's tale of the boogeyman, called the Chamax. and you have heard that they came from somewhere deep within the Foreven sector, and their home world, for one reason or another, their only natural predators were destroyed on that world, and the Chamax just overran it and devoured everything in sight on the planet. And some of the Spacers' tales were that hunters went and their entire ship was destroyed trying to hunt these things. Others were that people tried to capture the larva of them and raise them, and that's how they got to other worlds. But those are the legends that you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody all these great stories that I heard when I was.
They're highly dangerous. And I will allow, before we close for the night, I will allow Beth Smith to make one more science biology plus your choice of either intellect or education, and you get a boon dice on it.
Before you do that, I would like to give you something that I have on my character.
Huh. Okay.
God,
They
I
are-
want to throw a frag grenade down there to be safe.
They are Chem View goggles, tech level 13.
There you go.
So my roll for biology science is, I got a 10.
So you determine that these are hunters, which is lucky for you because they can't reproduce.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
But
It's,
from Bakasura's life detection, you know that there's probably at least 2 more of them out there.
we'll have to think on it if we want to escape or if we want to keep going, because I bet there's some really cool data on some of the computers in here and stuff. So
This might be a useful place to.
Yeah.
To.
yeah, if we clean it out and then we might be able to do some stuff with it. But everybody think on it, and then we can go when we open up next week.
Yep, we
Right.
will pick up here next week.
Thank you for the goggles, by the way. I'll look them up and see exactly how generous that was. But thank you.
All right, we will see you next week for Pirates of Drinax. Have a good night.
Later, guys. Take it easy.